What is going on, guys? Judo Sloth here, and welcome to today's Clash of Clans video. We have a pretty exciting one for you today. We're at 4,994 trophies, just one attack away from Legends League. So we're going to be pushing up into that brand new system today, signing up and showing you exactly how it works, getting some of our attacks done. Now, I have never been to Legends League before. Have you guys? I'd be interested to know how many of my subscribers have actually been to Legends League, so let me know down below, even if it is as simple as commenting yes or no, but also let me know your top trophy count and we can have a bit of a comparison. So this is a new experience for me. I've never been to Legends League, and the army I have been using is the Queen Charge Miners, but I've also been mixing in 8 Valkyries. Now that's because of that horrible challenge that there was in terms of using 8 Valkyries. I've completed it now, but if any of you do want to use this strategy in order to complete that challenge, I would recommend it. Here is why. I will quickly show you an attack, then we will do that attack to get us into Legends League before showing you exactly what it is like. So I tend to use the 8 Valkyries to set up a bit of a funnel. I do commit a heal spell to them as well. It allows them to punch through one of the walls, take out some of the buildings on the inside, and look at the beautiful funnel that has been created there by the Valkyries. If you are new to my channel, guys, be sure to subscribe, and I'd also recommend turning on that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my Clash of Clans videos. Now for the Queen Walk, it's exactly the same as you would ever do for a miner style attack. Miners are my favorite farming army. What is your favorite? I know the miners are a personal favorite for a lot of people, and I tend to use them all of the time. That's why I put the 8 Valkyries in. But I tend to cut off the funnel with one side using the king and a couple of wizards. You can see that here. We'd use the Valkyries, and it means we can then press right into the base with the queen, and then I try and target the core with the miners, especially when you are pushing. 2 stars is something that you really need to get. Now, moving into the new system, it is a little bit different, but you need to get them 2 stars. So the miners come straight into the middle here as the queen goes around the outside. Again, we have one live attack before we get into that Legend League push, but this is exactly how you should be doing it. Make sure you get your miners to the core. It's a pretty solid 2-star strategy, and actually, since the update, there was many questions as to what Titan League was going to be like. Were we still going to have clouds in Titan League? Now, I don't know about you guys, but I pushed last night around about 300 trophies using this strategy within the space of around about 2 hours. That was a number of attacks. I was getting whale after whale, and any of you guys that don't know what a whale is, it's basically a base with a huge amount of trophies. I was getting them non-stop, so that is the strategy that I have been using. And in terms of upgrades today, once we've done this next attack, I will be upgrading one more of them mortars, but in terms of other things, you guys know I am waiting until the spells have upgraded before I can use some Dark Elixir, before using the Dark Elixir rune, and then the Book of Heroes, before then using the Hammer of Heroes, really trying to be cost effective. So here we are, guys. I bought a shield yesterday so that I wouldn't be attacked and I could bring you guys this video. Now, sometimes you do have to wait a couple of minutes before you find a base, but once we've done this attack, we're going to hit Legend League. Leave a like and get some hype, but let's come back when we have a base to attack. Okay guys, here we are. We have a base which I'm going to attack. It's got 19 trophies, so even if we don't get the 2 stars, we should be good to get promoted. So it is going to be a good one to pick. But actually I have a bit of a plan here. Stay with me on this one. Because of the king over this side, I'm going to use the Valkyries over to the other side, and I'll show you why in a second. So in come the 8 Valkyries, just going to watch their pathing for a second, and then we will use probably a heal spell, although I'm not sure I need to. I'm not actually sure I need to use a heal spell. They're not going through the wall. That was perfect. Exactly what I wanted. I'm now going to use the king on the other side with my 4 wizards. The king does a lot of damage, guys, but he is very slow. and he's very tanky, so you might as well have them wizards. Now this is why I wanted to use the king on this side, to get rid of that enemy king and then push through from there. So we've created a little bit of a funnel here. We can now get the queen in with the wall wrecker, and then we will put the healers in once the king goes down. That's very important. I don't want the king taking the healers. So he has gone down. Now we can put the queen in. She should be going straight into the base, and I'm basically going to funnel either side here to then push the queen into the town hall area. So I'm going to use the miners relatively early on in order to make sure that she gets the town hall by herself. So now let's push the miners into this side. Look, now the reason for this is again to funnel the queen in towards that town hall. Even if the miners don't get it, the queen will. We've funneled her onto the town hall, and beautiful stuff, she does indeed get there. I'm going to use that warden's ability relatively early here as the eagle artillery is firing. Queen's ability is going to be used, and we've lost the healers from the queen, so I am going to use a rage onto the miners, just a couple sprinkled into this right hand side, try and force the rest of the miners in through the middle here. Let's use a poison to try and take down them final skeleton spells. Unfortunately, the enemy queen did not go down. However, guys, 2 stars in the bag. Like I said, this is a solid 2-star strategy, and I think, you know what, why don't we just use this heal spell? Why don't we just, we're not really swagging it because we are using it, but we don't really need to use it. We've got the 2 stars. We know that we're in Legends League now. Get some hype, guys. Get some hype. Let me know down in the comments, have you been here? And you can leave some hype for me. Leave a like. Like I said, I've never been there, so this is pretty cool for me. I think we ended on 66. There we go, 66%. By the way, guys, when I used to compete in judo, that is the division that I used to compete at, 66 kilograms. Boom, only fitting 5,006 trophies. So let's have a look at this. You have been promoted. I feel we need to screenshot that. The first time we have been to Legends League. So that is pretty awesome. We have a blank canvas now in terms of an army that we can cook up. But first, we need to sign up to Legends League. So guys, when you first hit Legends League, you will have to sign up. Now, when you have signed up, you are signed up for all of the other days. Now, the first day that you sign up, because it's not a full 24 hours depending on when you sign up, you might not get all 8 matches. You might only get 4 or 5 matches depending on how you sign up, but then you are good to go from there. You also have to set your defense and your clan castle troops when you sign up. So without further ado, why don't we just go ahead and sign up? Boom. Your shield will be removed if you sign up to Legends League. Do you want to proceed? Now, the reason that your shield is removed is because it is a brand new system here. 1 attack to 1 defense. That is how it works. Even when you are online, you can be hit. And really, what is going to happen is that the people that get the most stars and the most percent, because trophies are broken down into that as well, will be the ones that rise to the top. Now, look at this. That was pretty epic matchmaking, guys. That was pretty quick. We have 4 matches in order to do once we have set our base. So I'm not going to pick that base. And I think my others... Do we use my trophy pushing base? I don't think so. Why don't we use my war base? Then we need some clan castle troops. Then we need to do these attacks. And I think, why don't we gun for the 3 stars? Why don't we go for this with the brand new PEKKA Bo Bat? You guys have seen me get 6 packs in recent videos. In fact, I will link the video I did before this one where we upgraded some stuff in our village. Let's actually go and upgrade this mortar, and then we can get into it. So let's cook up some troops and come back to do that attack. Wow, guys, wow, I was busy cooking my army and this popped up. You are under attack. So why don't we watch this guy attack our base, and then we can get into this and attack ourselves. So it looks like he's only going to get the 1 star, which is pretty good for me. How cool is that? Now, I don't think that you attack the same people. So the 4 people I am going to attack are not the 4 people attacking me, which would be kind of cool if it was, but I get why this isn't the case in terms of you know, win-loss ratios and kind of people just win trading, essentially, is why I think Supercell have not let you match up with other people, trying to then get in touch and organize who takes the wins and things like that. So I do get why Supercell haven't put you with the same people, but it looks like we are going to only receive 1 star with my farming base. Yes, guys, I thought we put didn't we put the war base on? I thought we did, but oh well, maybe it didn't change in time. Thankfully, it is going to defend, only give us the 1 star, but in a second, we'll get out there and we will do one of my attacks. Okay guys, so we have taken that first defense. Notice our trophy count. It has gone down, so the trophy count will be updated throughout the day as you are doing your attacks and defense, and it will be at the end of that Legend League day, the 24 hours. You can see at the bottom left there, current league day ends in 11 hours. When the league day ends, you will either be demoted or automatically put back into the Legend League the next day. And the next day, if it's not your first day of signing up, you will get 8 different bases. So we have a PEKKA Bo Bat cooked up. As long as we beat that 1 star, then we are good. Now the shield system is totally different. I don't need to worry about being attacked because I'm going to be attacked whether I'm online or offline. What the shield does is when you buy one for the next day, you won't be in the Legend League, so you won't have to worry about attacking or defending. Now guys, very quickly, before we get into the attack, let's have a look at this. Now, I was just double checking my army and I seen boost heroes. I have the hero potions. I've never had to use them. I've always had max heroes for the longest time. I've never had to use that thing, so I'm actually capped out. And remember, we are trying to set a world record. See how many season challenge points you can get. We're almost at 6,000, and one of the rewards is in fact a hero potion. So let's go ahead and use that. It might help us get the 3 stars. So every attack, when you attack, is worth 40 trophies, and it's split out across the stars, but also how much percentage you get on that. So wish me luck in the comments, guys. Let's go ahead and do our first attack. Hopefully we get better than that 1 star. Remember, your troops go. It's very much like normal multiplayer. So we've got the troops to get in there initially, the CC troops, the bat spells to finish off. We're in. We are in, and we do indeed. Wow, we have single target infernos everywhere, guys. CC troops over that side. How are we going to start this? I don't like the idea of coming into this single, but actually all of the splash damage is over there, so we might have to use the Grand Warden's ability early on here in order to get into the base. We need to set up the funnel first, so why don't we do that? Why don't we put let's see, 1 P.E.K.K.A, the king, and yeah, 1 wizard there. 2 P.E.K.K.As here as well. Let's wait and let them set up the funnel. So I didn't quite see the queen over that area, but I did see the king down the bottom, and that's why I decided to use the king there to set up the funnel, because he can be better. He can take out the enemy king, and that should be good. But the 2 P.E.K.K.As here aren't creating the funnel as good as I'd hoped. If it gets this archer tower, we're looking good. Oh, it didn't get it, but yeah, we should still be okay. So 1, 2, 3. Now let's get the wall wrecker in with the queen and the healers, the bowlers, the Grand Warden, and we need to keep an eye on where the single inferno goes. We cannot have that locking onto the wrecker, really. We need to get this a little bit further into the base. If we can get this single inferno down, it would be lovely. Let's have that rage spell in. It is down, guys. Beautiful. Haven't quite used the Warden's ability yet, saving onto that, but I am going to use it in a minute because my troops are about to split up here, which is good. Which is good. We're just about to get that next wizard tower down. Queen starting to walk. We do have a single inferno there. Let's put a rage onto the P.E.K.K.A that's going to be in the CC, and let's use a jump spell here to try and help my queen. But I have kind of messed that up. We've got the town hall. I think we start with the bats over this area to try and protect the queen. We don't want that single locking onto the queen. Just keeping an eye for that wizard tower. Let's freeze it as the bats come through. Come on, get that down. Lovely stuff, lovely stuff. I think we freeze here, try and get the Tesla and the archer tower, then we can go from there. At least we've got the 2 stars, but we kind of needed that single inferno down with the bats, guys. It would have been nice. We're not going to get the 3, but we need to maximize percentage here. in order to help with, I think we need an archer here. We might be able to snipe that. Remember, percentage helps with trophies on this. So we've managed to snipe that. See if we can snipe that Dark Elixir drill at the bottom. I think that might be good. 70%. Yes, we can snipe that. Queen is starting to take some damage. So I'm ready with the wizard here in order to try and help. Let's use that now. Try and focus the Queen's fire onto that double cannon. As soon as she's taking fire, I'd rather she take that down. We're up to 75%. Closing in on 80, but we're not quite going to get the 3. Do use that Queen's ability. We get the Dark Elixir anyway, guys. Not too bad. Better than the defense. And that's what you need to do. Ensure that at the end of the day, you are higher than what you have lost. But if you really want to climb to the top, you're going to need 3 stars across the board. Now, if we had to use that jump spell better, maybe we could have got the queen in there better. I think we use this same strategy in order to try and take down the next base for the 3 stars. And remember, you want to get maximum percentage. Let your archers, let your cleanup troops do whatever you need to do. So 84%. Let's quickly have a look. There we go. 5,019. It was the attack that we did, and we are good to go again. But we do have to wait if them heroes and the troops cooking up. Let's come back for that second attack. Okay, so we are ready for our second attack, and you cannot see the bases before you attack. Once you click find a match, that is it. You are presented with the base and you have to attack it. There is no clicking next. There is no coming back out. You can't see the bases, and that's obviously a good thing. It makes it different to War, and it really does have that multiplayer feel. So let's get into that second attack. We are ready. We're going for the same army. Hopefully we can get the 3 stars this time though. So here we go. Right, we have a centralized town hall this time. We have the queen over on one side. Eagle is at the top. Always good to try and take down that eagle artillery. You don't want that locking onto the bats. And actually, we were to press in from the top, we could get 2 multi-infernos. We'd only then have this multi at the back. Could potentially bring the bats in from this side. We'd have that 1 freeze spell initially in order to use on that wizard tower, and then 1 multi. So I think we press in from the top of the base here, and why don't we try and send the Pekkas into the base with the wrecker. So let's go ahead and use a Pekka here. Pekka here as well, actually. Try and funnel that one into the middle. Then let's use the king on this side, followed by a Pekka here. Oh, we used 2. Didn't want to do that, but we'll get that wall wrecker in. I've actually misplaced the wall wrecker, so I am going to put the bowlers here to try and bounce onto that wizard tower. We didn't get it either, guys, which is not ideal, but let's go for it. Queen, Warden. Is the king in the base? No, we didn't want that to happen. Bowlers should be able to get the wizard tower, which is good. Oh, we missed the king's ability as well. Not going well here at the moment, guys, but all is not lost. We're not doing too bad. Eagle artillery goes down. Let's use that Grand Warden's ability. Protect our bowlers, protect our wall wrecker as we come through. Rage in the center to try and get that town hall, but the bowlers, they want to come to the outside. Let's use the jump spell here. Try and push everything forward towards that town hall. We're not quite onto the town hall yet, and I think, why don't we use the bats over this area actually? Let's use them now that the queen is on the wizard tower. We should be able to take that down, swoop the bats through. How many beams are on the multi? We've got most of them on the Pekka, actually. We're going to have to use a freeze here because the bats are going to go down, and I think we're going to have to use the next freeze as well, which means we don't have one for the back end wizard tower, but we might be able to distract it with this bowler if we are fortunate. Let's go for that now, guys. Try and distract that wizard tower. It was probably a bit quick. Let's use the archer. Still didn't work. We've got the Pekka's still coming forward. We've got the queen's ability. Healers on the Pekkas. We might hit fortunate here. This is where this attack can be quite good. Coming down to the end of it, you can still have troops left over. I don't really want to use this queen's ability till the last second because I want her to try and get the archer tower, the wizard tower, maybe even that Tesla if she can, and she goes for the elixir collector. What is she doing? The queen, even at level 65, she's not much smarter, but we have healers on the Pekkas. If only the queen had stayed alive, we might have had a chance of the 3 here. Fortunately, we have a couple of wizards, but they might go down to this Tesla. Fortunately, we have the Pekka come across. We are getting quite lucky here as we have a couple of Pekkas busting their way into that final compartment. The healers are going down. We need to get through that wall, which we do. 2 Pekkas versus versus the cannon, which is going to go down from the wizard, the Tesla, and a final cannon. I think we might get the 3 stars and all 40 trophies with the PEKKA Bo Bat. What a fantastic strategy, and we have done it. Leave a like, get some hype. 3 stars in Legends League. There we go, guys. All 40 trophies. I think we need to screenshot that one for you as well. Not quite sure how I'm setting up that thumbnail yet, but there we go. 5,059 trophies, and since that worked so well, why don't we go ahead and just do it again? Why change it if it is working, guys? So we are 67 trophies up, and we have only lost 14. We still have 2 attacks left, so let's come back for the final 2. Well, my first ever day in Legend League is certainly going pretty well. If you have entered this new system, let me know how you are finding it and how you are getting on. But let's dive into that 3rd attack. It worked last time, so we're going to do the same strategy. Remember, you need to get them 2 stars to then really accelerate the trophies that you get. Each star that you get skyrockets your amount of trophies. So, feedback. Let's come in here. We have the town hall at the bottom, kind of like a bit of a teaser base this. So I don't really want to come in straight to that town hall. He's teasing me in. But if we were to push from, let's say, this far side, could get in towards the eagle. There's a good chance everything's pushing along this region though, guys, isn't it? This is a good base, actually. I quite like it. It's tough. It is tough, but I think we push from this corner. We've got to do it, guys. We have got to do it. So let's use the king here alongside a P.E.K.K.A in order to create that funnel. 1 P.E.K.K.A here, 1 here, here with the wrecker coming in. And then let's get another one here with the wizard. We didn't want it to go there, but it did. It did, guys. That's where it goes. Let's get the queen, the warden, keeping an eye on that king's ability, and the healer's now coming in. Looking good at this point. Funnel is created. We lost a healer to the black bomb there. Now let's use a rage spell. The queen, where is she? She's on the outside and we have dragons coming through the middle. Not ideal, guys, at all. We need to try. We should have used the Grand Warden's ability before that. Let's rage this again. Queen has walked, which is awful. Now let's jump here. Let's see what we can do at this point. The dragons wrecking havoc, though, on this base. I think we start the battle over in this corner. Queen is going to be okay getting the town hall. I think I might have just made a huge mistake there, sending the bats in from that area, and I think I have, guys. I think we might indeed lose out here because of the dragons and the queen walking. I didn't even see that multi taking down our bats like crazy. We need to use another freeze here, try and protect the bats. We've still got the P.E.K.K.As, but the queen is not quite going to get the Giga Tesla, and with the dragons we have lost it, guys. We should have put the bats into this bottom area to protect the queen. We shouldn't have let the queen walk around the base in the first place. I really don't know how she did that, guys. This funnel was created. Why would she walk? That's the risk in this strategy. I didn't take any troops or any spells, sorry, for the CC and feedback. I'm coming for you. I am coming for you in the coming days. Well, he's going to be pretty happy, isn't he, guys? Dragon takes down my archers, and we're still at a positive here. We're still at a positive. Remember, though, even if you lose the attack, you don't lose trophies. You will still actually gain trophies. You only lose them on offense, and you will probably lose more on defense. You only lose them on defense, sorry, than if you get a 1 star. So you really need them 2 stars to try and beat your opponents. At least I got the 3 last time. Let's move to the final attack. Okay, so we have to redeem ourselves, guys. Not the best of attack. I watched it back, and the queen was probably positioned just a little bit further around the base than she should have been, and I should have probably got her in quicker. I shouldn't have deployed the other troops before her. However, we learn and we move on. Now, I thought about changing the strategy, but I think we need to redeem ourselves with the PEKKA Bo Bat. Let me know down in the comments. Let me know down in the comments if you're still here. Hashtag legend if you are still here. Really appreciate the support of everyone that watches the entire video and everyone that watches all of my videos. But what I was going to say is let me know which strategy you want me to try out. I am open to ideas as long as they're pretty good. But for the final attack of the video, let's hope we get a 3. Here we go. We are in. Oh, it's this horrible base. I cannot stand these style of bases. I haven't cracked them yet. If you know how to 3-star this base, let me know in the comments as well, because I just do not know how to do it. I've tried a number of ways. So, going to have to, let's try and crack in from the right hand side here. There is only one wizard tower at the bottom, which is good. He's got a level 11 Grand Warden. What is this guy doing? What is this guy doing? Okay, stop messing around, Judo. Stop messing around. Let's get the P.E.K.K.A here for the funnel. P.E.K.K.A, King. That P.E.K.K.A's gone that way, so we've lost it. And then let's put P.E.K.K.A, and then the Wall Wrecker. Let's wait a second. Then once this area is open, let's go healers. Come on, we need that next wall open. Queen should be good at this point. P.E.K.K.A, bowlers, Warden. I always forget to put my Warden in. Oh, the King's ability, but he's already going to go down. Nightmare on that one. Let's use a Rage early on to get through here. Is the Grand Warden going to go down, or the Wall Wrecker? Sorry, if it does, we have that jump anyway. It does, so jump spell, Rage, Grand Warden's ability. We missed it a little bit there. Now let's see where we come from here. I think the bats have to come into the bottom. This is not looking too bad, guys, if I'm honest with you. We're doing this quite nicely. And I think we might be in with a shot here. Let's keep an eye on that Queen's ability. Enemy Queen has gone. Our troops are going down quick, especially the healers. With that air defense, should have probably done something about that. I probably should have. That could cost us the attack. Right, let's get the bats in now. Let's just go for it, guys. Let's just go for it. Could have waited a little bit longer, to be fair, because this wizard tower is not the ideal place to get onto. Let's use it now. Need to keep an eye on that Queen's ability. Come on, bats. Let's get this down. Freeze it again. We can't have that wizard tower on our bats. We're going to get it. Come on. Yes, it goes down. As soon as this area is down from the bats, that's what the cleanup troops are good for in terms of these wizards. Get them in. Start that cleanup process. And as the bats come through, we've still got the Queen's ability. Talk about redeeming yourself. We have gone and smashed it, guys. Another 3-star it is going to be for Legends League. So thankfully, although we got that 1-star with the Queen walking, we got the 2, a high percentage 2, and we have 2 3-stars. Not too bad for our first day. Let's use that Queen's ability because we can. Wrapping it up here with a 3-star. Hashtag legend if you are still here. And I am going to link to you my video that we did when the update first dropped. And in terms of updates, in terms of upgrades, sorry, nothing at the moment because I am saving my Book of Heroes to get my Queen to maxed. So I actually don't want to upgrade the Warden just yet, but I might. Yeah, I'm gonna think about it, guys. If you want to see the video when the update first dropped, where we did some attacks in war as a bit of a special and upgraded, there's the video right there, guys. You will enjoy it, yesterday's video. Go ahead and click it, but until next time, that is going to wrap it up. Peace out.